We're reading several Gorn ships on our sensors as well as the USS Zhanghe. The Zhanghe is hailing us now.
Welcome to Edron 4. I'm Bridget McKinnon, CO of the USS Zhanghe. Glad you could join us. My science teams are on site and conducting initial surveys. Apparently, this place is quite the geological marvel. We're not the only ones present, though. Our friends from the Gorn hegemony aren't terribly chatty, but so far they're keeping the peace. Well, I'm sure my people wouldn't mind an extra hand down there on the geological marvel. Feel free to join the party.
Captain, the Gorn are scanning us. They might, I recommend caution when dealing with the Gorn. They can be easily provoked. We have entered the orbit of Edron 4,
Transporter
Captain.
room to bridge. The geological team, supplies, and gear are ready to...
Lowering shields for transport. I'm detecting some unusual energy signatures in orbital space near Edron 4. Recommend we perform a deep scan of each. They could be hazardous. Strange. For a moment there... It's nothing, Captain. Thought I was picking up an impulse drive. False alarm. I'll recalibrate the sensors. Don't want to be jumping at shadows here. Captain.
Ah, there you are. Better late than never, huh? Ensign Skavrin, Starfleet Corps of Engineers. Lovely planet we've got here. Charming even, if you're fond of heat and rocks. Still, it's not a complete wash. To say this place is mineral-rich would be an understatement. My first assignment out of the Academy was on Vulcan, working at a geothermal power site in Shikar. Great people, the Vulcans. Good at arguments, though all the logic comes off a little dry for my tastes. This is my first deep space assignment, and I'm damn glad for it. Hope we're going to travel to more than desert worlds, though. I hear Ryza's nice this time of year.
Ok, ça construit un camp. Alors, est-ce qu'il y a des trucs géologiques super cool? Ah ouais.
This looks like a good place to start our scans.
Encore lui. Encore lui.
Nice to see a report was spot on for once. The mineral deposits here are remarkably pure. This carbon deposit is unusually pure.
J'ai l'impression qu'on lui fait son taf là.
Don't prepare half-rate planets. Whoever gets the... What the? Mortar fire? We'd better head back to... Whoa! The mortars have closed off the pass. We can't reach the camp. Who would do this?
Look! Over there!
It's the Gorn!
It's a Gorn! Ils sont pas beaux! Alors les Gorn du futur sont vachement mieux. Pourquoi il est pas mort lui? Ok, on l'a pas tué.
This is Lieutenant Newman. One of the Gorn ships just exploded. They're blaming us and attacking our forces on the surface and in orbit. Captain McKinnon tried to explain, but they aren't responding to any hails. Way ahead of you, Captain. We're defending ourselves, and our shields are up, which means we can't beam you back to the ship. Afraid you're on your own for now.
Over there. There might be a way out of this infernal canyon further down the valley.
Il tabasse des gars de Starfleet là. Ils ont la démarche là du méchant là, lézard dans Donkey Kong Country.
We need a way out of this canyon, and I'm thinking that big rock up there is it. With a little Federation ingenuity, we can topple this rock with a makeshift bomb. Once it's down, we can walk across it and get back to camp before the Gorn use the Zhang Ha's science team as target practice.
Have you read Captain Kirk's report on this place? We have all the materials we need here to make bombs. They won't be pretty like me, but they'll get results. If you can collect the materials, Ensign Hunter and I will work out where to place the explosives. You're going to need at least 3 bamboo containers, sulfur, potassium nitrate, and coal.
On refait la fameuse bataille du Gorn. On a tué le boss. Ok, il loot que dalle.
Thank you. Things were looking pretty grim there for a moment. The Gorn. They kept saying the deaths of their people would be avenged, but we didn't do anything. I haven't fired a phaser since the Academy.
Glad you're in one piece, Captain. It's clear up here for the moment. Transporters are standing by.
Ok, il n'y a rien à looter. Et ben allons-y.
Glad you're in one piece. The Gorn have exercised the better part of valor, Captain, but the Zhang Ha's in rough shape. Captain McKinnon is hailing us now.
Good to hear from you. Thank you for saving my people. We're making repairs, but it'll be some time before our engines are back online. We're picking up Gorn warp signatures on our long-range sensors here. They're coming back.
Qu'est-ce qu'il me fait lui? Il s'est cassé. Je veux juste aller voir ce que c'est ça là-bas. Ça m'intéresse grandement.
Thanks for covering us. The Gorn would have made short work of my ship otherwise. I owe you one. Slow but steady. Our warp drive is still disabled, but we're making progress. Thanks. I hate to ask, but something's bothering me. We picked up strange energy readings before the attack. It could be nothing. Sending it now. I'd start with the debris of the Gorn ship that was destroyed. There might be a clue there.
C'était ça. Ok.
Captain, the crew of the Zhang Ha were onto something. I ran a deep scan analysis of the Gorn debris, and the results are damned peculiar. Gorn ships aren't as tough as a Tellarite design, but our scaly friends know a thing or two about hull plating. Whoever fired this shot knew exactly where to hit them. Not with the data we have now, but the science team just found another strange energy reading nearby. Picking up debris from the Gorn ship, and some trace elements of weapons-grade plasma. Sir, I know who did this. It's the Romulans. I'll shave my eyebrows if I'm wrong. It's the Romulans, I'm sure of it. There's more bad news. The Gorn are coming back, weapons hot. Order.
It's the same ship as before. Doesn't look like they're back at full strength, though.
Ah, il attaque plus lui. Photomine.
We thought we could share this space equally, Federation. Your unprovoked act of aggression against our research vessel tells me otherwise. I see no Romulans, only Federation ships. Do you think me a fool, Captain? Most convenient, Captain, but I am unconvinced. Produce these Romulans that you claim destroyed our ship, or prepare to pay for your crimes.
Captain, I've got an idea. If we can generate a charged particle burst, we might overload their cloak.
You're quite the clever one, Captain. Too clever, I'm afraid. No one can know of our actions here today. Your death, while regrettable, is necessary.
Well fought, Federation. The hegemony will remember the Romulan treachery today, and your assistance in exposing it. I propose we continue our joint surveys of Edrin 4 under a mutual non-aggression pact.
So there was another player on the field. Nice work out there, Captain. We'll be heading for the closest starbase soon, but we'll be back to finish our work here, along with the Gorn, I'll wager. I think the Romulans will take a pass, though.
All decks have reported in. We're ready to disembark on your order.
Que voulaient les Romuliens?
Starfleet hasn't heard from Deep Space Station K-13 in a while.
Salut,
It's a
Lissimo.
tactically sensitive part of the quadrant, and the brass is getting concerned. Get out there, find out what you can, and render assistance if needed. And hey, be careful, okay? This could go sideways, fast. Stay safe out there.
Alors, on a reçu.
We've arrived near Deep Space K-13, Captain. This is odd. I'm not picking up any comm traffic. No signals, nothing at all, from K-13 or the other ships in system. Sensors aren't detecting enemy vessels or warp signatures. No signs of combat either. This is peculiar. I'm not sure what to make of it. Captain, the other ships are raising shields and charging weapons.
Mais c'est des gars de chez nous? C'est des gars de chez nous. Et de 1 neutralisé.
Captain, those were the Starfleet ships assigned to patrol this sector. I don't think that was a war game or training sim. Their weapons were at full power.
Stay away! They're taking control! Don't come near us! They'll take you too! Ah! The station came from the station!
message from Starfleet Command, Captain. We're to investigate the situation immediately.
On a un peu la poisse. Partout où on arrive, c'est déjà la merde. Allons voir ce qui se passe sur cette station.
No signs of combat. Sensors are picking up a number of life signs over there, but I'm not reading any unusual activity. All of the station systems seem to be functioning normally. Think we should beam over and have a look around? I don't like this. No one's at their duty stations. Not even the transporter operator. Station's not on alert. What's happening? Tricorder's picking up a life sign nearby. Looks like they're in sickbay just across the hall.
Ouf, il y a eu des tirs de phaser. Qu'est-ce que c'était pas le passé? Ouais.
The lights have all been dimmed, but it looks like sickbay's still operational.
Captain, I think I saw motion in that
Stop
room to
where
the
you
left.
are and turn about slowly. I need to determine if you are infected. Neural parasites. A life form last encountered by the crew of the Enterprise at Deneva Colony. Those possessed by the creatures tend to engage in hostilities with the uninfected. The better to render them fit for infestation. Temet, and while you have not engaged in hostilities thus far, I have seen infected employ false passivity in order to lure unwary prey. A tricorder scan of your adrenaline levels should verify your status. Scans show a slightly elevated level of adrenaline, though nowhere near that of an infected life form. Thank you for your patience. One can never be too cautious where these parasites are concerned. According to Starfleet data files, the parasites can be safely destroyed by exposure to high-intensity ultraviolet light. My attempts at reconfiguring the station's lighting thus far have been unsuccessful. I am a physician, not a habitat engineer. As a precaution, I have developed a serum that can render a person toxic to the creatures. However, medical supplies here are limited. I have enough serum to inoculate your landing party and one other person.
Alors.
Now there's a voice I wasn't expecting. I take it you heard my distress call then. Well, in case you haven't noticed, the station's been overrun by neural parasites. No, I'm afraid not. I'm in the auxiliary control room, down on the engineering deck. The place is filthy with parasites, so you'll understand if I don't go out for a wee jaunt.
I have secured a small amount of security gear. It may give you another edge against the parasites. Be careful.
Ah merde. Combat médic.
The creatures continue to be resistant to tricorder scans, sir. It may be fascinating. I'm detecting an unusually high level of tachyons nearby. Based on these readings, it is possible that a temporal event has occurred on this station within the last 4.2 hours.
Ah, c'est jamais bon quand il y a des tachyons. C'est jamais bon. Il est fou. Tuez ce fou. Oui, on soigne pas les fous à Starfleet, on les tue. Tout aussi bien. Il les pourchasse. Mais tire dessus.
Auxiliary control station is down the hall to our right. I'm reading a single human life form within the room. The biosigns match those of Commander Scott in the Starfleet medical database.
Hi there. It's good to see a friendly face. There you are. I was beginning to get a bit concerned. Thought you might have been taken by those little beasties. I'll just lock the door so none of them can get in while we discuss our next course of action. Now that you're here, we've some work to do. The way I see it, we need to get to main engineering and turn on the station's ultraviolet lighting. That'll sort the nasty bugs out properly.
While I cannot attest to the ability of UV light to sort Denivan parasites, it will initiate a complete molecular breakdown within all parasites exposed to it.
Aye, she's a Vulcan, all right. I was trying to override the lighting controls from here. It looks like someone sabotaged several duotronic relays. We have to repair them if we're going to have any chance of saving the station. Before we go, grab yourself a kit from the crate there. It might come in handy. We better get a move on. The parasites aren't ones to loiter about.
Tiens, on va le respawn lui. Génial. Les crêpes du futur sont dangereuses. Putain, il y a du chewing-gum partout. C'est pas le moment de s'asseoir. On peut y aller. Ok. Pourquoi il veut s'asseoir à tout prix? Ah d'accord. Ok. Oh, c'était pas brillant. C'est un peu codé avec le cul des fois.
It looks like someone has overridden the command codes. You best get to the command center to see what you can do from there. I'll stay here, barricade the door, and keep trying to get those UV lights going.
Allez, un petit tube de Jeffries.
Look, who are those soldiers? They're definitely not Starfleet.
Mais qui sont ces gens venus du futur?
Get the lights while the commander's down.
Parasites, they're dying. All of them.
Salvage what you can and send a squad to kill the Federation vermin.
Mais qui sont ces gens-là qui veulent nous tuer? Ils sont pas très gentils. Oula. Et qui ont l'air de venir du Tufur. Ils savent des choses. Ils lootent rien, tu sais. Ils viennent du futur, lootez-moi des trucs du futur. Salut.
We need to talk. Actually, the name's Daniels. This may be a little difficult to absorb, but recent events may make it more plausible. I'm actually from the future. I can't tell you how far. Just that it's a future worth protecting. That's why I'm here now. The aliens we're fighting are called the Nakul, and they're waging a temporal Cold War with us. They're trying to change the timeline here in order to disrupt the future. Understand that I follow a temporal version of the Prime Directive. There's only so much I can reveal to you. Trust that we're doing the right thing here. I can't tell you how far. Just that it's a future worth protecting.
Ok.
Time's a factor. We need to stop the Nakul from obtaining the neural parasites. The Nakul ship that brought these invaders is now fighting the USS Ptolemy. Someone must have sent a distress call. Unfortunately, Ptolemy is no match for the Nakul. Neither is your ship, at least not alone. We should eliminate the parasites on the ships you fought earlier. Those crews will help you once their minds are their own again. It's risky, but it's our best shot here.
We can return to the ship on your orders.
Je vous l'avais dit que ça sentait le truc temporel, dès qu'ils ont dit tachyon. Je découvre en même temps, hein.
The Ptolemy is holding the Nakul off while we rescue the other ships, but they won't last long. K-13 is hailing us, Captain.
I'm transferring command codes to you now. Use them to remotely access the computer on those disabled ships and emit an ultraviolet flash inside.
This is Captain Seralt of the Ptolemy. We have engaged the enemy ship, but we are outmatched. Please restore those ships and join the fight quickly.
That did it, Captain. Looks like everyone's coming around. The parasites are gone.
This is Captain Doherty of the USS Myrmidon. What parasites? What? Okay, sorry. We're right behind you, Captain. Lead the way.
Ah, ça y est.
Fine work, Captain. You sent those devils back to wherever they came from. We do have a wee problem, however. The burst I sent, when combined with the power source, created a feedback pulse. The feedback is creating some kind of spatial anomaly, which is beginning to pull the station in. We need to evacuate, immediately. Scott here. The portal's collapsing. We're in for a right bumpy ride. Everyone's aboard. Get us clear before that portal blows. There she goes. I don't think anyone's ever seen a station do that.
Captain, before K-13 was pulled into the vortex, I picked up a few distress signals from inside the station.
Perhaps not. After all, it was a temporal vortex. They may well survive. In another time. Well then, it's been quite a day, hasn't it? Neural parasites. Time-traveling raiders. Why, things will seem almost normal once I'm back on the Enterprise. Speaking of, I'm sure one of the ships here can give me a lift back to her now that they're parasite-free. If Starfleet Command gives you any grief on this, remind them that lives are more valuable than equipment. And you saved a lot of lives today.
I apologize for springing all of this on you at the last minute, and I'll explain more as soon as I can. For now, I can tell you that history is unfolding as it should, and that was not the end of K-13. You're building a fine tradition of making the right decisions in crisis situations. In the meantime, don't talk to anyone about the Nakul or their time travel. We can't risk any further corruption of the timeline.
Systems